we're gonna start cooking. My sous chef Taka is going to help me in the kitchen so I can focus on talking to you. We're gonna make an amazing evolution of a pesto sauce using all kinds of fresh herbs. Taka, my brother, little brother from Japan. So, let's cook some pasta. Let's start with fusilli, because I love fusilli. Fusilli because I have a very, very cool shape in which, a velvety sauce, as we are going to create, goes inside the shape, and when you eat it one by one and enjoy one by one, you have pasta and sauce at the same time. Taka is putting salt into the water because you know that we need a touch of salt. We're gonna put the pasta in those 10 minutes. In 10 minutes, we're gonna create an amazing, fresh pesto sauce. Actually, an evolution of a pesto sauce, because we have always to be critic and not nostalgic. So here you have garlic. Garlic is very aggressive, in taste. So what we do, and we do the same thing for when we make guacamole, we cut the garlic in the middle, and we pressing on the side of the container that we're gonna use to make pesto. We're gonna leave a little trace of garlic in what we prepare. Then Taka is adding some extra virgin olive oil. That is very, very important. And remember, obsession about quality of the ingredients. I want to tell you a story. I was thinking about create pesto. And pesto is just basil, garlic, extra virgin olive oil, Parmigiano, a pinch of salt. But I didn't have enough basil. And here we go. The door open for the unexpected. So we add rosemary here. We cannot add rosemary to basil because it's too aggressive. So no rosemary. We add sage, the same thing. But thyme, it's fine. Mint is amazing. We mix mint with basil and a little bit of thyme. So Taka is putting basil and is adding some of the fresh herbs, like this amazing smell how fresh everything is. Oh my God, so good, smells so good. And make sure you don't put everything in there. This you can use to flavor the water, like this. Just make sure you have just the leaves, not to get a bitterness in the back, and this you're gonna put in there. So the pasta is already getting the flavor. A little bit more extra virgin olive oil, We're gonna put some Parmigiano in there, because I really like Parmigiano in there. And then pine nuts. Pine nuts, pine nuts, pine nuts. Where are pine nuts? Where are pine nuts? We are out of pine nuts. We were out of pine nuts. What are we gonna do? Mental palate. The range of flavor, the range of experience, tradition, mixing things. Breadcrumbs. Breadcrumbs. We use breadcrumbs. We put breadcrumbs instead of pine nuts. This was an amazing idea. This is like exactly how to evolve tradition. Tradition in evolution. Can be any kind of dry bread. You can put in a blender and make it very fine. What do we have here? We have very cold water. And what is water? Water is truth. Okay, vai, fallo andare. So we're gonna add because we need to keep the temperature very low. And we want a creamy sauce. You're gonna see how beautiful is gonna be the color. In the meantime, I'm mixing the pasta, I smell it, and I smell mint, basil, and thyme. Ah, bellissimo, bellissimo. Now, time for your palate. The recipe, you're gonna find the recipe in the book. But the recipe, you don't need the recipe. You already know the technique. You already know everything. So if I need more and I like more mint, I'm gonna make a paste of mint. If I like more the basil better than mint, I'll do it. But it's here. Okay. I need body. I need the body. And the body is Parmigiano Reggiano. The extra virgin olive oil actually is unbelievable. And I need a little bit of pinch of salt. Actually, a little bit more. And we try. One step at a time. Not add too much. If you add too much, you're never gonna go back. But if you add a little bit at a time, you're gonna find your own flavor. You see? Second time. Ooh, it's totally changed drastically. I'm gonna put a little bit of bread crumbs. Buono. No more salt. A little bit more of Parmigiano. Because you know what I think about this cheese. But if you don't have Parmigiano, maybe you can find something different. It's not going to be the same, but maybe a very aged goat cheese, pecorino, you grate it, very thin, and you add, and it goes on a different direction, You have to do that. You have to follow your palate. You have to be confident with yourself. But the very important thing is that you taste them and you feel there's enough acidity, there's no bitterness, there's just pure flavor of olive, natural. The pesto is almost ready. You see? The pasta is not ready yet, but the pesto is ready. So, come on, cook. Cooking is an act of love, and you do it for yourself. And it's just for the way you enjoy, eating some pasta. And it's never gonna be left over in the plate when you cook some pasta. Okay. Perfetto. Fabuloso. Meraviglioso. At this point, we're gonna put the pasta inside a container, a bowl. We take off all the herbs from the pasta. If it's summertime, you can use a cold container like this as a pasta salad. If it's like wintertime or like autumn, winter, you put the pasta in here. Make sure you keep some hot water. You add the sauce into the pasta and be generous with yourself. Be generous with what you do. Look how beautiful the color is, It's so beautiful. And what you do, you add a little bit of extra virgin olive oil to make it shiny. All right. Look how beautiful, beautiful the pasta is coming out. So, and if you need it, look, you don't need a lot, but you need a little bit. You get some of the water in which the pasta was cooking to give creaminess, you know? So the pasta is coming out so creamy that is like, you just want to eat. Mamma mia, che buono. Vai, Taka. So, at this point, plate. Gonna help Taka. You can say, but that is not traditional pesto. What can I say? I can say it's better. I can say it evolves. I can say it's a reflection of the time we are living. I can say I have my grandmother in my DNA, and for her, breadcrumbs are something amazing, as for me. I can say I have knowledge and a great palate. I can say whatever you want, but it's up to you. It's you that you have to choose what is right or wrong. And if tradition doesn't respect the ingredients, you have to change the recipe. This is a recipe that is much better than a classic pesto because it's much lighter. The pine nuts are too heavy and too oily. So please, be free to experiment and be free to choose your own flavor. One more thing, crunchiness. The same breadcrumbs are being toasted in the pan. A little bit of extra virgin olive oil and breadcrumbs in the pan. That's it. And you add at the end of the recipe to close and to feel even the crunchy on your palate. Always remember that all these recipes, they can be available at the Masterclass Cookbook, and you can find every single details, all these small things, tricks and everything. And remember, recipes are there to be changed.